Hello, and welcome to the J. Paul Getty Museum. This building houses the art collections assembled by J. Paul Getty, who made his money in the oil business. As you can see, it is not any modern structure, but it's an unusual building which in fact recreates ancient Roman architecture. The architecture of this building gives us the opportunity to observe many different instances of symmetry, which was a very important part of the way that Romans thought about their architecture. If you come with me inside, we'll take a look at the building. You'll notice we're now in the atrium, a very large room which you can think of as an ancient Roman living room. It's in fact a large rectangle, and this allows us our first opportunity to think about Roman design principles, because within this large rectangle there's a smaller one here in the center in the shape of a small ornamental pool. As I walk to the other side of the room, you'll notice three sets of doors. 1, 2, 3. This allows us to think a little bit more about Roman design, because these three sets of doors are matched by three identical pairs of doors on the other side of the atrium. The most striking thing, however, about this space is in fact the view outside. You can see clear through to the fountain at the other end of the house. The architect has arranged everything in terms of symmetry. Look at the columns, for example, the statues, and then the long, narrow pool. It's the pool which allows you to establish an axis, and everything on either side, statues, columns, and even, if you look at the second floor, the columns in the window upstairs, everything is designed in terms of symmetry. Here's another example of symmetry, this time used as wall decoration. Between the two columns, 1 and 2, there are various shapes. Where do you think the line of symmetry is? We've seen many examples of symmetry so far. Now it's time to ask the question, why bother to use symmetry at all? Take a look at this tree, for example. Its branches and leaves are not symmetrical, and in fact your eye and your mind have to work rather hard to make sense out of the whole shape. Now compare that to this whole garden. As you look out over this magnificent garden, your eye and your mind understand it all in an instant. Everything is symmetrically arranged. The pool is in the center of the garden, and the main line of symmetry runs right down the middle. This main line is reinforced by the design of the garden on both sides. The brown gravel paths, the low green hedges, the line of small trees, and the white columns behind them. All of these elements work together to produce a unified image of order and balance. Now, that's symmetry. Well, now I think you understand why the Romans enjoyed symmetry so much. Not only is it something visually pleasing, but through symmetry, the mind and the eye work together to make sense out of very complicated shapes, even arrangements of many shapes, as you see here. This is something which the ancients found to be satisfying. It pleased their eyes, and it's still something which we can enjoy today.